The details for all the content coming to Pokemon Go in the month of August have been revealed, and we're going to be getting some really awesome raid bosses as well as some really powerful Dynamax Pokemon. And we're also getting a couple of really solid events as well. I'm going to be talking about all of this in today's video. Let's get right into it. Hey, how's it going everyone? Jinsula here with a brand new Pokemon Go video. I hope your day is going really well, and let's get right into it. So the month of August is going to be the last month of the summer season of Pokemon Go, and we're getting a lot of really nice events and raid bosses during this month. It's going to be a pretty solid content month. I do think there's a lot of great stuff that players could look forward to, and in general, I'm really excited about it. So let's just talk about the details. Let's go over everything that they announced, and then afterwards let me share some thoughts regarding this month. Now, the featured Pokemon for the month of August, according to Scopely, is going to be Dynamax Magikarp, Shadow Giratina Altered Form, as well as Lunala. Lunala is going to be seeing its shiny debut during this month, and that is also incredibly exciting. Of course, one of the big highlights is going to be Dynamax Magikarp, because getting a Dynamax Gyarados is definitely going to elevate your max battles. Now, speaking of Dynamax content, let's go over all of the Dynamax Pokemon we're going to be getting during this month. Between August 3rd and August 9, we're going to get Magmar. From the 10th until the 16th, we're going to get Beldum, which is actually really good. From the 17th until the 23rd, we're going to get Magikarp. And then from the 24th until the 30th, we're going to get Hitmontop. And then from August 31st until September 6th, we're going to get Eevee. And then in 5-star raids, we're going to get a bunch of legendary Pokemon. We're going to be getting Kyurem from July 29th until August 4th. And then from August 5th until August 11th, we're going to get the Lake Trio. Uxie is going to be in the Asia Pacific region. Mesprit will be available in Europe, the Middle East, Africa, and India. And then finally, Azelf is going to be available in the Americas as well as Greenland. And then Groudon is going to be in raid battles from August 12th until the 18th. And then we're going to have Lunala from August 19 until the 25th. And like I mentioned before, Lunala's shiny form is going to be making its debut. And then we're going to be closing off the month with Regirock, Regice, and Registeel, who are going to be in raid battles from August 26th until September 8th. Now, coinciding with all of these legendary raids, we're going to get the following Mega Evolution Pokemon in Mega Evolution raids. Between July 29th and August 4th, we're going to have Mega Aggron. From the 5th until the 11th, we're going to get Mega Blaziken, which is a very useful Mega Evolution. And then from the 12th until the 18th, we're going to get Mega Garchomp. And then from the 19th until the 25th, we're going to get Mega Swampert. And then from the 26th until the 8th of September, we're going to get Mega Gyarados. And then during this month in Shadow Legendary Raids, we're going to be getting the very powerful Shadow Giratina Altered Form. Then this is definitely one of those Shadow Legendaries that could prove to be useful. Although when it comes to raid battles, I'm sure a lot of players would definitely want the Origin Form, but I still think Shadow Giratina Altered Form could prove to be useful, so definitely don't miss out on that. Now, here is something you will definitely want to pay attention to. When it comes to the spotlight hours this month, there is going to be one that is definitely going to be a standout, and it's a reminder of why spotlight hours were so popular back in the day. On August 6th, we're going to get a spotlight hour for the Pokemon Delibird, and we're getting a double catch Stardust bonus. Yeah, you heard that right. Delibird, which already gives you bonus Stardust per catch, is also going to have a double catch Stardust bonus with this spotlight hour. That is definitely one you don't want to miss, because that will be a huge injection of Stardust. And then following that up, on August 13, we're going to get a spotlight hour featuring the Pokemon Wurmple with a 2x evolution experience bonus. Wurmple is a Pokemon with a low cost for evolving it, and that means you're going to be able to get a ton of experience on this particular spotlight hour. And then on August 20th, we're going to get a spotlight hour featuring Magikarp with a 2x catch experience bonus. This is kind of a key one because if you catch yourself a really solid Dynamax Magikarp, you will be able to farm up the candies in order to evolve it so that you can use it in max battles. And then finally, we're getting a Spotlight Hour for Mankey with a 2x catch candy bonus, and that's going to be on August 27th. And finally, let's go over all of the different events that they have already announced. First and foremost, on August 1st, on the very first day of this month, we're going to be getting a Max Battle Day featuring Gigantamax Rillaboom. When it comes to Max Battles, there is definitely a lot of potential with this particular Pokemon, so definitely do not miss out. And then from the 4th until August 10, we're going to get the Summer Marathon Arctic Embers event, and then on August 8, we're going to get a Fire and Ice Hatch Day. And then on August 16, we're going to have, of course, August Community Day featuring the Pokemon Nickit. And then from August 18 until the 24th, we're going to get the Water Festival, which also has an Ultra Unlock bonus. And then during that event, on August 22nd, we're going to get a Super Mega Raid Day featuring the Pokemon Starmie. That is definitely one you do not want to miss out on. And then finally, we're going to be closing off the month with a Pokemon XP and 2026 Worlds event. And this will likely feature a brand new costume Pikachu, so be on the lookout for that. That event is going to be from August 25th until August 30th. And then finally, let's go over the raid hours for this month, and of course, these all coincide with what's going to be appearing in Legendary Raids. On August 5th, we're going to have the Lake Trio, Uxie in the Asia Pacific region, Mesprit in the Europe, Middle East, Africa, and India region, Azelf in the Americas and Greenland. And then on August 12th, we're going to get a raid hour for Groudon, and then on August 19, we're going to get a raid hour for Lunala. And then finally, on August 26th, we're going to get a raid hour featuring Regirock, Regice, and Registeel. Alright, so I will say this right off the bat, even though I don't necessarily care or prioritize Dynamax content, it is a little bit exciting that we're getting Dynamax Magikarp. I really enjoy this Pokemon, in particular the evolved form Gyarados, and I think for specifically max battles, Gyarados might actually be pretty good. So this is definitely a big one. For anyone who actually cares about max battles, this is going to be a really solid Dynamax Pokemon, and it's coming in a month where we're going to be seeing the debut of Gigantamax Rillaboom right off the bat. So yeah, max content, it's going to see a pretty good month. Now in terms of the raid battles, we of course have Shadow Giratina Altered Form. There is definitely a lot of implications behind that one. I'm pretty excited about some of the Shadow Legendary content that we've been getting lately. We of course had Shadow Dialga and then Shadow Palkia this summer, and now we're going to be closing it off with Shadow Giratina, which could potentially be really good. I don't necessarily know if it's going to be top tier when it comes to raid battles, but at least with PvP, there is some possibilities there. So that is definitely going to be a solid pickup. And then of course, we got Mega Starmie coming to Pokemon GO. That's already quite exciting. It was of course part of the Ultra Unlocks with Pokemon GO Fest. And I think it's going to be one where a lot of players might want to get it. It's not going to be a game-breaking, game-changing Mega Evolution. There's not many competition when it comes to water types outside of Primal Groudon, or I should say Primal Kyogre. Groudon is the ground type. Yeah, Primal Kyogre, that is by far the absolute best water type, and Mega Starmie is not going to even come close to that one. But still pretty cool. Ever since it made its first appearance in Pokemon Legends ZA, it's kind of become a fan favorite, and now it's going to be in Pokemon GO. Pretty exciting stuff. So yeah, I think August is looking to be a really solid month of content. There's definitely a lot to look forward to, and yeah, I'm just really excited about it. So let me know your thoughts regarding August down below. Is there something in particular that you are looking forward to? Was there something that I completely missed? Definitely share your thoughts down below and let's have a great discussion. Thank you so much for making it all the way to the end of this video. If you found it to be informative and helpful and you want to support my channel, best way you could do that is hitting the like button for this video. If you're watching on mobile, make sure you hit that hype button and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And turn on that notification bell so you know exactly when I upload videos. And also take some time and check out the links in the description below. One of them is to my Patreon page, and if you join my Patreon, I'm going to add you to my Pokemon GO friends list. So if you want to do remote raids with me, if you want to play Pokemon GO with me, make sure you go and check out my Patreon. And yeah, that's going to be it for this video. I'm Jinsula. Be safe, have fun, love yourself today, and I'll catch you in the next video.